What's up, YouTube? It's WK Team DKF. Talk to you guys about all the crazy stuff going on. So yeah, been watching YouTube all week and all this stuff is going on. I'm just like, wow. Because first, I sat down earlier this week. No, it was late last week. And I was watching and there's just shit was going on. I'm just like, and then this week, shit got even crazier. And then I'm watching the video like,
To me, I check this, what's beef? Beef is when you need two cats to go to sleep. Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when...
so I hope this shit is over soon. Anyway, I want to talk to you about what's really pissing me off. What's really pissing me off is it's taking people this long to realize that this deck is good. I understand that previously Down Rabbit, Windups, and Inzectors were at their peak, and it made it difficult for this deck with these cards in it to shine. But I mean, that's when ingenuity comes in. People know that Inzectors pretty much auto lose to Dolka, but a lot of decks auto lose to first turn Notorious Beast, which this deck does very well, even when Italy was at 2. So I don't understand why just now people are just realizing that this deck of cards is really, really good. I expect to see probably a feature match going into YCS Toronto. Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if a couple top 32. I've been on forums. I've been on a couple of, surfing YouTube a little bit, surfing Facebook a little bit, and seeing different people post their builds. I'm on Dueling Network. And all of a sudden I'm facing mirror matches. I'm like, the fuck? And like, I set a monster and they attack it and it's Serene Witch. They're like, oh, so you're running this deck too? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Because, it's awesome coming across people who don't know who DUBKDADONE is. I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, I just picked the deck up. This is my first time using it. I mean, I'm not going to say, I'm DUBKDAD, you know who the fuck I am? Nah, I'm not going to say that. But, yeah, it's annoying as fuck. I want to be the person running psychics. I don't want everybody else knowing how these cards work and how to beat them. But since everybody else is going to run them, I'm going to tell you guys how to beat these cards. Silent Psychic Wizard, 1900 tag, 0 defense. When he's normal summon, you select one psychic monster in your graveyard and remove from play. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon that removed monster. Pretty simple, right? What's cool about him, the same goes for this. The ruling on these, it just says special summon that remove play monster. I guess they don't forget. The rulings on them say if the card is temporarily removed from the field, or if it's flip face down, a couple other shits, then their effects will still activate. Now, another thing about this card, summon this card, activate his effect when he dies and goes to the graveyard. You can warning him at that time. If you miss the warning when you summon, after you kill it, you can warning and prevent him from special summoning the monster. Same goes for Cleric. When he dies, goes to the graveyard, you can warning him and he won't bring that card back. So that's pretty cool. Something else to understand about Wizard. When you're playing against Psychics and they drop Wizard and you have Bottomless Trap Hole or Torrential set, let them select the target. Don't just like, oh shit, they flip the Torrential, the Bottomless over. Let them select the target, because most times when they summon, they want to get the loop going with Esper Girl. So they go Wizard, and you're like okay, and then you're like effect, and you're like okay, and then they banish Esper Girl, and you be like okay, Bottomless. And they're like oh. So I mean that's pretty hot, because I see so many people like, I'll summon Wizard and like Bottomless, and like okay, no effect. Another thing, same with Torrential, and Torrential's the best. When they summon Wizard, ask them what target. They're like, oh, target. Sometimes they might get wise and they'll like pick a different target, or they may not catch it, trying to slip them up, and they're like, Esper Girl. Then you play Torrential Tribute. So the links go in reverse. Torrential Tribute's chain link 2, destroys Wizard, then Wizard's effect resolves, banishes the Esper Girl. Now, Wizard can't bring the card back because he's already in the graveyard, for the other effect to happen. So it's pretty much like the Eclipse Wyvern ruling with Dark Flare and whatnot. This has to hit the field, resolve, and then go to the graveyard after that first party resolved to get Esper Girl back. Serene Psychic Bitch. This is my motherfucker right here. Okay. Serene Witch. Really good card. Everybody knows by now that plays Psychics. When your Serene Witch dies and you don't have a Nat Beast play, but you have a really aggressive play, you banish Destructotron. That will prevent your opponent from setting back rows, and then you just go batshit crazy all up in their shit. So, she's really good for that. Her level 3, her effect when she's on the field, she's destroyed. You banish a Psychic, and then it's returned on the next standby phase, not your standby phase, on the very next standby phase. So if you summon her and then they torrential, then she activates the effect, she banishes something, banish another copy of herself, banish Esper Girl possibly. If you don't fear mind control gotchi play, just get the extra card, banish a copy of herself. Then when you end your turn, your opponent draw phase, standby phase, she's special summoned. It's pretty awesome. Now, getting rid of this bitch. If your opponent summons Serene Psychic Bitch, she's just like the Shining. So make sure you have like quick plays or some other cards to play in response to her summon. So she summon MST, Chainlink 1, Torrential Chainlink 2. Then Torrential resolves Chainlink 2, destroying her. She goes to the graveyard, or destroying her. Then Chainlink 2 hitting, or Chainlink 1, MST hitting something. She's in the graveyard wanting to activate, wanting to resolve, but she misses the timing because the last thing that happened is MST. It's just like the Shining. So that means Soul Taker works on her. I mean, it would suck to side Soul Taker, but I'm just saying if you're playing like some kind of anti-meta shit, you can Soul Taker her and make her miss timing, Torrential MST tricks, Valor Torrential, those kind of tricks that work on the Shining will also work on her. So yeah, that's my little salt on you guys going into Toronto this weekend, telling everybody how to defeat those 3 cards. Because I'm sick of hitting mirror matches on Dueling Network. I haven't lost a mirror match with my deck. People are running really good versions of the deck with Tour Guide and Overdrive Teleporter. Really good cards. The problem is that I main deck 2 of these, and I main deck, where's that thing at? And I main deck this, Gores. So 2 Valor, 2 C, and Gores, and they can't go off versus me. Also, I don't like Overdrive Teleporter because I'd rather have the spot removal than summon, pay 2,000, get warning or bottomless, or or just I'd rather. I mean, because at least this motherfucker's taking something with them if they torrential or bottomless. I mean, high risk, high reward with Overdrive Teleporter, but I'd rather have that spot removal. It's DUBKDAD throwing the salt, and I'm out.